Hello everyone, in this lecture we are just going to discuss in detail the working principle of timer interrupt mode in our STM32F4 series microcontrollers. So generally, what are timers? Timer is a peripheral of a microcontroller, right? In most of the microcontroller, you will be finding this timer peripheral for several kinds of applications. Most widely used for time delay generation, measuring frequency of pulses, generating PWM signals of required frequency as well as duty cycles, and it is used for triggering external devices or peripherals of its own microcontroller whenever necessary. That is, these timers are used for a clock signal or a clock for many peripherals of its own microcontroller. So these are the some of the applications of timers, and most widely we say timers are actually counter which counts time. So there are two methods of counting time. One is it counts from 0 to pre-programmed value, which is called up counting, and another one is it counts from pre-programmed value to 0, which is called down counting. So in our STM microcontrollers we use up counting method. That is, our timer available in the STM microcontrollers will be counting in a method of up counting. That is, it will be counting from 0 to pre-programmed value. So let's demonstrate and understand how a timer works in our STM microcontrollers. So I am just initially assuming the pre-programmed value to be 5. So the same pre-programmed value that I mentioned here. So we call this pre-programmed value as period. So as the timer starts counting, it starts from 0. As I mentioned, we are just talking about the up counting method. It starts from 0 and it reaches 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally when it reaches 5, that is nothing but the period value. After counting this fifth count, it rolls over from the maximum pre-programmed value to the initial value, that is 0. So after rollover from the maximum value to the initial value 0, the timer again starts counting up and it reaches the pre-programmed value again 5, and again the rollover from the maximum pre-programmed value to the initial value happens, and this process continues in timer. And whenever the rollover happens, that is whenever the timer count value falls from maximum pre-programmed value to initial value, the timer peripheral in the microcontroller will be interrupting the processor with an event called timer interrupt, and this mode of working in timer is called timer interrupt mode. So whenever this fallover happens, the timer peripheral will be interrupting the processor, saying that the timer has completed its count from 0 to pre-programmed value. So this is the basic working principle of a timer in interrupt mode. So you can see this gap that is highlighted in the yellow is the time taken by the timer to count one step, and this can be varied by varying the frequency of the timer, right? So this time gap can be varied by changing the clock source of the timer. So that we will see a little bit later. So there are three types of timers basically in our STM microcontrollers: basic timer, general purpose timer, and advanced timer. For detailed explanation of timers that is available in the microcontroller, you just want to check the reference manual of the microcontroller that you are using. From the reference manual of STM32F446RE, I found out that the basic timers are timer 6 and timer 7, and general purpose timers are from timer 2 to timer 5, they are 32-bit, and timer 9 to timer 14, they are 16-bit. So these are the general purpose timers, and advanced timers are timer 1 and timer 8. So basic timer are most probably used for counting purpose. They have a basic counter and they are most widely used for delay generation purpose and for simple time delay generation works. So let's see the block diagram of basic timer for understanding the concept that I explained before. So you can see this is the basic timer block diagram. Timer peripheral is provided the clock from the RCC. Over here you can see. So internal clock is provided here, and the timer, again this control will be sent to the prescaler. So let's assume the microcontroller is running at 16 megahertz, and here this 16 megahertz is fed to the PSC, which is nothing but prescaler. So prescaler is nothing but a division factor or a number that is used for reducing or dividing the clock that is provided to the timer. So let's assume I'm just giving the prescaler value to be 16. So the clock is 16 megahertz over here, and 16 megahertz divided by 16 will give a 1 megahertz clock to the timer counter. So the timer will be running at 1 megahertz. So this is the principle of operation for prescaler. It will be just dividing the clock that is coming into the timer. And this count register, CNT register, is the register where the counting actually happens. As we saw before, the 0 to 5, that counting will be happening here, and this ARR, that is the auto reload register, is the register where we store the pre-programmed value or period. That is nothing but 5 that I explained in the previous case. So 5 will be stored here, and the counting happens from 0 to 5 over here, and when it reaches 5, when this CNT register reaches the count 5, these two registers, that is auto reload register and the CNT register, will be matching, and this match over will generate an interrupt, you can see. So these two are the things that can be generated whenever a match between ARR register and the CNT register happens. So this is the basic principle of working for timer in our STM microcontroller. Let's configure our microcontroller in timer interrupt mode in the upcoming lecture. See you in the next lecture. Thanks for watching.